Hi. So it's been another day of me being a father. I'm on day 3 of being with this perfection that I just love so much. I have been already getting so many lessons and reminders from this experience that I thought maybe some of the videos that I make coming up might kind of be lessons I'm learning from Vivi. One is just how creating works, how creation works. We created this intention. We said yes to having a baby without knowing anything else. Then we created that intention. We got together. 2 hours of fun, maybe 3. That's not the important point. The point is that after we did that, we just stayed in the room and surrendered. Meaning, I had no idea if it was a boy or a girl. I had no idea what she would look like. Sometimes my mind would create a vision of what she would look like, and it would be totally wrong. And how much do we also do that with things we're creating? If you're meditating, what kind of patience do you have for whatever wants to come through? If you're writing a book, how long do you go? Or do you already know what the book will be called and you'd already decide it and you have this thing that's structured out here, but something kind of can't birth through? Then it took months before we even saw any sign of progress. There wasn't a lump in her stomach for a few months, right? So if you're writing a book or creating a play or writing a movie, you might not see any sign that it's working for months. You might think this sucks and it's not going to work. And imagine if we didn't have a pregnancy test to tell us Christy was pregnant and we were just like, screw it, we're not pregnant, a month in, and we just gave up. Luckily, this is something you don't really give up the same way. Nature is going to take over. But this is the most incredible reminder to let go of the results, because I don't get to decide what the results are. But there's something that wants to be born through you. I mean, how can we not look at nature and see this is how it works? Everything about the most aligned creativity, the most incredible things you can make, the most happiest, fulfilled you is all available if you just look at nature and it tells you how it works. You have to get out of the way of your deciding what it's going to look like. You have to get out of the way of what are they going to think about you. You have to get out of the way. You don't care. So there were many times we'd be 6 months in and I would just picture what she would be like. And we also had to surrender, things like not knowing, is she going to be healthy? Is she going to be let nature take care of it, And if it turns out we need help, we will get it. But it turned out we were fine. And with everything we create, it's much more about us setting the intention and staying there. And it's not about the thing you're creating as much as you learning the patience you need to learn in that process. Because Vivi just is patience. And then this perfect child comes out that didn't look like what I pictured, but I'm learning from nature how to fall in love. It's telling me something that I never saw before. And with everything we do, we got to let go of this control freak that needs it to be a certain way before that person starts. Needs, if If it doesn't work right away, they leave. God, I tried that. It didn't work. Really? Did you meditate for 9 months? I tried that. It didn't work. Did you work on your book? What would happen if you worked on something you truly wanted for a while and you don't see results for 3 months? How good would you get before you saw a result? How many results would show up that you weren't looking for on the way to that result? There's so much that wants to be birthed through us, but we're so in our head we don't let it. And it requires choosing highest excitement, choosing patience, choosing love. And now here's this perfect angel that I love so much. And I love her so much for so many reasons, but one is that she's beyond what my ego could have seen. Because your ego shouldn't be doing the work. You should co-create. We need to co-create, or not need to, but we have the option to co-create with nature. That's always going to be going up through you. It's always going to be working through you. And we have to co-create with it, not create from our heads so we can make a bunch of money. Screw that. So we can get something, so we can get attention, so we can get people to like us. That's not creating. That's fixing. That's addiction. Creating is a surrender of the result, but a choice to stay in the room. I'm going to choose to say yes to this thing that excites me. That's what Christy and I did that night for 8 hours. I'm going to say yes to this thing that excites me. And then I'm going to surrender. I'm just going to stay there. We're going to eat the things we need to eat. We're going to support Christy. We're going to love and just get so excited about her tummy growing after a few months. We're going to get out of the way. And something came, a life literally formed out of the two of us. But do you think I did that other than we decided to do that for 24 hours? Something wants to birth through you, and it's no different with what you want to create, what your dream is. You might have to give yourself a year of staying there. You don't think you're going to create something incredible if you stay there for a year? And not only do you create something amazing, but you've become a patient person. You've become the awareness that you are the infinite creative being that you are seeking. You are that. How many times do we ask for stuff, but then we don't stay there to receive it? We don't stay in that vibration. I mean, there is nothing more humbling to my ego than to see this angel So that's the way life works, though. And we've really been trained out of that that's how it works. And everything that says that's not how it works, it's not that easy, you gotta blah, 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 you gotta whatever, those things fall apart. The people that find why things don't work and find why life isn't that abundant for them and find reasons to disprove possibility often are miserable. But they're right. Ego would rather be right than happy. You're infinite. But we have to connect to that infinite part of us. Start out by going, I don't know anything. And I love that. I'm okay with that I don't know anything. Give yourself a clean canvas A blank canvas, just I don't know anything. But get excited that implies I'm ready to learn forever. I'm ready to learn. I want to learn full time. I want it to be birthed from me. What's trying to be birthed through you? I promise it's way cooler than you could answer right now.